If you're not careful, the Edgeworth theme will start playing on your ass hard. Alright, well, we go back in. Hang on. I had questions that need answers. There they are. Okay, right, let's keep these over here. Ah, right, I was hanging out outside Dimlu's, wasn't I? Right, it's quiet here. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to confront the piano in the mansion. I want to try and navigate some of the underground. I had to figure out how to survive the fashion baboon. Find out where roof access is. I haven't done much in the southeast, so I should map that some. I should try and find that chest with the parchment inside it so I can summon some bullshit. Haven't seen the circus. Got to figure out how to outsmart an apple tree. Apparently there's something to the game inside the dragon's room, but I may turn the volume off for that because the sound effects on that are hideous. And I got to figure out who wants a puppy. Which, speaking of, we do not currently have. Okay, we have a speaker because we just dealt with the safe. Right. Okay, let's think. So I'm currently in the northwest. I'm currently in the northwest. What do I want to do from here? Actually, that said, where's my madman ramblings? And I've not updated my map since last time, so I'll do that later. I could... Actually, while I'm up here, let's continue to... Okay, so first we've got to go south. Immediately, I am presented with bullshit. Hold on, go elsewhere. So the north is a train track. It didn't warn me, but there's a hole. Well, you know what? The title does say I have to go in a hole, and all I've got from this is just information and a speaker, and I don't worry about the speaker. I'm going to go for that another time when I know where all the components are. So sure, let's go in the fucking hole. Get down on my knees and crawl into a big room that smells like smoke. It's dark, but my eyes adjust. I need to pay attention. Furnace room. Okay, listen carefully. I can already hear the sound effects starting to wind up. It's a dingy, rusted room, steel furnace on one side and big. I see doors to the north and west. There's a hole in the wall to the south. I go to the north door. Dingy, rusted room, steel furnace. Go to the hole, perfectly round hole. Let's cut out with a wet. Yes. Go through to the hole, please. Thank you. Fucking hell. So apparently, that's a fast. So apparently, I saw I saw a couple discussions things because apparently I like inflicting. Apparently, I'm a masochist and I like inflicting emotional and psychic damage to myself by seeing people be fucking idiots, right? But no, one of the discussions I saw Zekas make a response about it, and apparently the underside or whatever it's called is a fast travel system, a way to get around quickly. But you know what? I've not actually committed into going through there, so let's do so, and let's make it quick. The undergoing, thank you. Right, let's make it quick. Maybe there's a hole in every single room. Let's see what we can do. Here we go. Hole. There's a per round hole. Okay, here we go. Crawl in the hole. Right, immediately. Look around. Let's try going south. Or west. Fine. West, then. Go to the west door. Go inside. Dandelion room. There's a garden jam there. The air's swarming with I see doors to the south, east, and north. North. I go to the north door. Go inside. Parking room is full of garage. North. Car goes off as I head to the north door. All the other cars join in. I didn't touch anything. Cool. Quimp Tilt's room, whatever the fuck that means. What are you supposed to do in the underground? Does going to another room reset you, maybe? I need to test this more. Fuck's sake. Alright, anyway, we're going southeast. We'll start with the east until I end up. Short tower made of cement. This is the dragon tower. Oh shit, this is the west edge of the cornfield. Let me check something. Actually, just so I can... South edge of the cornfield. I'm just going to do this, so then I can map this later. And see the full border. To the northwest is a cornfield, to the east is a big cobblestone wall. So this is the cobblestone wall that goes off to, What exactly did you die from there anyway? I'm assuming, yeah, Grimple Tits, or whatever the fuck the guy's name was. Something sensible, at least, yeah. Better than, like, a bomb in a mailbox, right? Speaking of. Hey, how you doing, Wolf? You got any wisdom for me today? Press the red button and the white button, sure. Approach the mailbox. Give me that shit. Oh! Goodbye, frog. Glass tube with prongs. In the center looks like a miniature diorama of circuitry. How could anyone make that? It's very dramatic when you get the vacuum tube, or components for the dragon, so I imagine that's really significant. A rubber duck. Sure, I'll take the duck, why not? You got any more wisdom for me, mailbox? Cool. Right. Press the red button and the white button. We already know that, and it's bullshit. You're supposed to push the pink button. But we learned, remember what they said, no such thing as lies, only dishonest truths. Piece of the dragon from much earlier, right? Yes, so we know where 3 of the 8 components are for the dragon at the moment. I'm at the north edge of the field. Here, there's a giant 1 marked across the grass in a deep blue colour. I had a suspicion. I had a suspicion. It's very nice of the game to do a perfectly cut scream for it as well. Oh shit, no, 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 don't go into the fucking cornfield. Step 1 away from that, so that I can just beeline over here. Clarify from the south. How far does this wall go, actually? There's a patch of dead grass here. North big cobblestone wall, keep stretching. An odd cracked road runs up into the... Thank you, speaker. Into the wall here, where a fake black tunnel's been painted onto it. I see the corner of the wall. Far to the west and north. You know what, let's follow the whole perimeter and just see, like, the whole border of, Cotton Town, or whatever it was called. Roadrunner bullshit. Honestly, somewhere like this, like, walking into a drawn-on tunnel would take you somewhere. Mind if I speculate based on my own significantly less expansive adventures? What do you mean? The tunnel on the wall? A small crack in the bottom of the wall here where a few stones have been taken out, and a blood trail leads into it from the east. I can't possibly fit in there. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, my assumption is blocking off the town because of the Cannibal Man's, like, domain or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna check the rest of it, and then we'll follow the blood trail. Up north, I see the corner of the wall. West and south. To the north, I see a bench with a fern. There's a short red wooden bench here at the edge of the trail to the north. There's a potted fern on it, scooted all the way to the left where it looks like it might fall. Put the fern on the ground. Hang on a minute. There was a bench in the room across... Maybe the exit from the undergoing, but not an entrance. Oh, interesting. There is a helicopter passing over. Wasn't there a bench on... or a fern on a bench inside that room across the chasm? Which I could also adjust the position of. There's a poster on the wall. A raccoon winking. Attend the party west of Dagger. So many flirty furry invitations. There is a putrid smell in the air. Uh-oh. To the south, a large cobblestone wall stretching far to the east and west. To the west, the trees have red slashes on the sides facing me. Yeah, let's not tango with that, because that's another minefield. Who the hell set up minefields in these places? I don't know. Although, considering my Claymore antics in Battlefield 6, it's probably me. From another timeline. I have been quite a few men doing that now. Used to be your field, it's mine now. Wait, was this the blood trail? Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's have a look at them. I see a blood trail leading east and west. To the east I see train tracks. A blood trail leads off the track towards the west. Huh. Curious. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. When we follow the train tracks through Dimloos, there's a blood trail that leads off from the train tracks. There's also a cottage nearby, which we also saw when we followed the train tracks towards Dagger. There was also a guy that came onto the tracks and spoke to us, like the crazy man who babbled and then ran off into a tree and bonked his head. Have we encountered a scream nearby while following the tracks? Or something adjacent? I'm starting to think the encounters that we see inside Dimloos reflect areas of the train track outside of Dimloos as well. That's curious. That seems too coincidental. Like, once is chance, 2 is coincidence, but 3 is a pattern. Outside of Dimloos, though, did we hear a scream anywhere? Because I feel like potentially that's 3 different events that happen inside Dimloos that happen outside of it as well on the train tracks. Curious. Anyway, we continue with our crusade. Train track always leads to interesting places, so let's follow it south this time. Dimloos is doing Dimloos things, yeah. Oh, here you go, look. A man sits on the train track wearing a dark grey jacket. In a gravelly voice he says, "You know this place that used a place called Dimloos?" Yeah. Getting lost is a lot like drowning, isn't it? Every wrong turn is another right turn you'd have to make. Just a few is all it takes. It's possible to find a way out. Hey, that's optimistic. Optimism raises your chances by a few %. Okay. Buff plus optimism. Here's the kids playing hopscotch. They don't seem to notice me. Maybe the kids playing hopscotch is supposed to be the scream. I remember seeing this place. I'm just trying to remember where I followed it from. Did I follow it from the Golden Mansion? I can't remember. Well, I'll just see where it takes me. I want to be down in the southeast anyway. Oh. The track stretches far to the north and west. Let's just try south and see where it takes me. The trees come to a sudden end. Dusk. Okay. Okay, so we're in the very corner of the map right now. Let's check. Is it still dusk down here? Yeah, it is. Cool. Oh shit! To the west is a highway emerging from a big concrete tunnel. To the south, the trees come to a sudden dead end. To the northwest. So if I go west, I'm fine, right? Alright, I'm between the highway and the thingamajig. I've managed to board the train in this game. No, I haven't even found a train. Okay, so the north is a highway. To the west, the beginning of a sidewalk. To the south, the trees come to an end. Okay, so I'm on a sidewalk between the highway and the end of the world. Cool. It's full of hills and tilts and big crags. The sidewalk runs east from here, between a highway to the north and a vast plain of rock to the south. Just gotta pay attention to the running east and west and not walk into traffic. When the trees suddenly ended to the edge of the world? Effectively, yes. Here, look, if I go south, we enter dusk. Dusk is the edge of the world, and here, look. To the south, there are no trees as far as the eyes can see. Hundreds of people stand out in the distance looking towards the horizon. So, we've experienced that if you continue to walk out into the dusk, time slows down for you, and it continues to do so more and more. And what I can theorize is the hundreds of people out in the distance are the people who've just walked off into dusk, but they've eventually reached a terminal velocity of 0 when time has slowed down for them enough that they're just looking at the horizon rather than walking anymore. Time dilation from the business building. That was something unrelated? I'm not sure what that was about. I mean, let's also point out that one of the rules says timekeepers are affected by something, not time itself. The bright south horizon is a view of silhouetted strangers looking away from me and standing still. Odd to just sort of put that in the middle there. Okay. The sidewalk turns with the road here, leading north and east. So I go north now. So if I go west, I'm fine, right? Oh, I'm really on the edge of the dusk. Okay. Okay. So I go north now. Oh shit, I didn't read it properly. My bad. I didn't register the text had changed. My bad. Alright, it'll take me a bit to get back there, sorry. Although maybe I'll take it from the west instead. The lake, which I've not really done much with yet, but maybe I should map the perimeter a bit, actually. Wait, what? Wait, what? What the fuck? Oh, I went east, not right. To the north, the rocky shore of a lake. Okay, so this is... Wait. There's water to the east and north. I see a dock across the lake. From here I can see the tip of a ship's wooden mast poking up out of the water. Okay, there's just like a little dip into the lake here. Gotcha. Oh, the telephone line is right here. Huh, okay. Oh, this is the statue. Oh, okay. Anyway, I want to continue west. Large fence. Mansion gate. Oh, this is the puppy mansion. Which maybe I should go get quickly? Nah, not until I know I have a purpose. I'm trusting the game that it will... Yeah. I'm trusting that the game will inform me if I meet someone who wants a dog. I'm on the muddy and sandy shore leading down into the water west. Oh. Gangly old tree of a swamp. To the northwest I see a lake. There's a wide glistening lake to the north. Here the gangly trees of the swamp dip their rotten toes into the clean water. To the north is a wide glistening lake. I see the looming concrete wall of a modern building to the south, and a swamp to the east. To the west I see the modern windowless building. This is the supermarket. Stack of pallets and plastic bins and a plot of old cracked concrete. Here I see a roof ladder, but it's locked up with a steel cover and a padlock. I've found roof access. Excellent. Oh my god, hello. Oh, says a voice. I've got some goods I want to sell you. See a dark silhouette against the sky kneeling over the edge of the flat rooftop. What goods? Just a mountain of stuff I took from the trucks they were loading in here. You're low on cash, but you need something to dry your hair? You need something to toast your bread? Or some acne cleansing facial tissues? I got a box of those. And I'm selling below market rate. Why the fuck would I need any of these? What are you doing up there? Need a place to house my goods. Tried setting up out there in the field. Wild animals were making a ruckus. Tried taking without paying. It was a hootenanny. At least I at least all I got up here is the damn birds. How do I get up? Get the roof access key. Go in that market, look for an employee who's got a stick up his butt. One of them's locked the ladder, because he knew I was up here, and he's a little piece of work. He's got to have the key. How long you been up there? 3 weeks. Hey, I'm not about to break a leg. I got enough snacks to last me a lifetime. But, look here. If you can unlock that ladder for me, I'll give you a special discount. Alright? Maybe I'll do that. Does that just have to survive fucking Baboon Town again? You know what? Let's see where this goes. Let's sort this. Alrighty then. Go to the man, make myself known. What? His name tag reads Gideon. Barcode scanner. Calm down. Yeah, we've done all this before. We've seen this before. Okay, I'll be back. Right. We go east. All the way east to the staff section. Open the door, doesn't budge, try the keypad. I can't remember what the code was, I should probably remember it. Go to checkout. Yo, step up to the man. Do you know of any codes? There's only the staff code. Tell me the code. No. Yes, tell me the code. 6353. Thanks. Open the door, try the keypad. 6353. I should try to remember that. I should probably write it down even. Anyway, go inside. Go right. Break room. Open the door. How you doing, motherfucker? I am here to get you absolutely slaughtered so I can take your key. Hello. Hello. There's a baboon out there. You have to get out of here. Dude, whatever. Like, it doesn't affect me. Close the door behind you when you leave. He looks back at the TV. And every moment he looks back, it's like, oh, did you hear? Hear what? Close the door when you leave. No one ever listens when I say it the first time. Why the attitude? Wait, you're my manager? He leads into the TV, but he's just cycling through the menu options. Open his locker. Look inside. Yoink. Hey dude, are you serious? I'm leaving, okay? No, I need it. He steps forward to grab it from me. Do you know where it goes? To a door. You lying bitch. He trips me. I knock my face into the door. He snatches the key back and snickers. He starts walking back to the couch as I get up. Something crashes down through the ceiling tiles and lands in the middle of the room. It's about to get fucking loud, yo. The baboon looks up at him. Its eyes are shadowed by its forehead, but I see them glint as it grins wide, as if the sides of its lips were stretched back with fish hooks. He drops the key on the carpet. Yoink. Absolutely fucking murdered. I'm going to get up and leave. I will close the door. As he asked. Because, you know, he asked so nicely. Now we fucking run. Leave the staff-only area. Go elsewhere. Go fucking west. We go west again. I get to the medicine section. I hear a scream echo where I came from. I look back. All the way end of the aisle, the baboon is galloping towards me from a long distance. We fucking move. There's a slippery floor sign to the west. The baboon is racing towards me from the east. I go around the slippery floor because I'm going to eat shit otherwise, I bet. I run around into another aisle. The baboon leaps over the shelves. It's already made half the distance. There's a small abandoned kiosk here for giving out samples of some kind of biscuit, but it's a crumbly mess now. I feel like throwing down the kiosk would be completely pointless, considering in the same tile it has just demonstrated the baboon gives no shits about obstacles, so we just keep fucking moving. I round the corner and see the checkout counters. The glass door's the entrance. It's right behind me. Run to the doors. As I run past the checkout counter, the man stares and squints with his mouth open, then he ducks down. The sunlight shines between the line of the tall theft detectors. I keep running. I run between the detectors and slam into the automatic glass doors. They aren't working. Stomp on the ground. I turn back. It leaves a trail of red handprints over the tile. I dodge. And then it gets absolutely shat on. The big steel theft detectors light up and beep. There's a zap, and the baboon bursts like a water balloon. A pile of random products clatters on the ground where it used to be. The man behind celebrates, going, "Oh yeah, eat shit, mate." I may be paraphrasing slightly. Anyway, leave the building. I guess something stepped behind me. Is it wolf time? Oh, hey, buddy. How you doing? What is our job? Where's management? The baboon was shoplifting? I mean, so there's a little bit of a staging error in the supermarket. You can encounter the baboon in the clothing section and presumably get away from it because you know about the baboon when you go talk to the guy in the break room regardless. So I'm assuming it's the same baboon, however the game doesn't think it is. It's a bit messy to explain, but yeah, I think it's like just like for the sake of convenience where you want to like quickly get back and do this stuff, but anyway. What is our job? Where is management? I'm going to find it. There's no time to waste. Go and find it before it's too late. I'll be waiting. The wolf is gone. What the? Here I see a roof ladder that is locked up with a steel cover and a padlock. Try the lock. I use my roof access key. The padlock falls. Open the cover. Climb the ladder. There's a cage around the ladder up high to keep anyone from falling, but it doesn't make me feel any safer. As I start climbing, a little head pokes his head over the edge of the rooftop. Aha, you did it! You saved my business. Put myself over the edge of the roof, expecting the roof to be mostly empty. But it's like an endless junkyard. As I look on, the man stands proudly before me. Look at the man. "See anything you like, stranger?" he says. He's short, with disheveled dark hair and a dirty face, wearing a black business suit and tie that are too big for him. A single fly buzzes around him. I walk between the piles of random products and see a screwdriver, a calculator, a tenderizer, a lighter, a pack of pens, a pair of scissors, a bucket, a tape measure, a spork, bag of candy, bottle of detergent, a hose, a recorder, a board game, a clothes iron, a stapler, a compass, a box of bandages. What does he want for it, though? What do you want a recorder for? The guy in Dusk on the railroad to the north, past where Dimloos comes out, said, "Bring me a recorder." Maybe moving fast and having a plan, he was talking about the baboon then, rather than the underground. Yeah, my brain just registered the fact he might be talking about the type recorder rather than the tape recorder. Let me double check. Where's my notes on Dusk? Asks for a tape recorder. Oh, maybe... Ooh. Unsure. However, I am going to quickly, Nice. I'm going to list all the items quickly, because one of them might be for the dragon, so let me have a look again. So, let's see. Contains screwdriver, calculator, tenderizer. If we get this recorder and then some tape, can we make a tape recorder? I don't know. Anything could be possible in this nonsense. Lighter, pack of pens, pair of skizzers. Bucket. Tape measure. Spork. The superior eating utensil. Bag of candy. Bottle of detergent. Hose. Whoops. Recorder. Board game. Clothes iron. Stapler. Compass. Box of bandages. I mean, bandages aren't going to do me any good, considering I just fucking die whenever something wishes ill upon my health. Comes back in place. Okay, so keep looking. Okay, so let's go for the recorder, because it's the only thing I know at the moment. I'm going to be so upset if it is actually a fucking musical recorder. I pull out the recorder from the heap. You like recording things people say? I want it. What you got to trade? I have a pocket pistol. Without bullets? Sorry, kid, I got a dozen of those. Show everything in my pockets. He doesn't have what he want. What could he want? Keep looking around. Yeah, what would he want? I can't talk to him. Is it back to the place where I start? I can climb back on the ladder. You find something good to trade? I know it. I'll get back on the ladder. What would he want? He said he gave me a discount, damn it. Give this man a rubber ducky. That's a good shout. Hang on, let me see if I can talk to him some. When I get to the top, the man is looking away while he pees off the roof. Oh, welcome back. You find something you need? Look around the junk. Okay, so I need to get something. Okay, so what are the loose items? The puppy. Potentially the puppy. Yeah, potentially the puppy. The rubber duck. I could potentially trade the components for the dragon, if the game will let me. Just for the run, for the sake of figuring out what stuff does. I'm trying to think what other loose items we can find. We can get the coin, but I don't think he'll care about that, because we know that item has a purpose. There's random dice all over the map. Maybe he'll take those. Maybe the coin. I mean, the coin has a purpose in the phone booth, but we'll see. I mean, the coin isn't too far away from here. If you find an item near the northwest corner of the wall, where the mines are, I have not found an item, no, but I'm hesitant to go there because every time I do, I become soup. Couldn't you see the bloody bombs? Trying to think what other rogue items we found. The shotgun disintegrates after we use it in the library, so we don't get to keep that. There's a medical gummy from the sleep clinic. Maybe he'll take that. But anyway, let's try the coin then, because we know the coin is somewhat nearby. Sort of. I need to go east. Dirt trail leads up through the trees. Wide, well-kept dirt trail leads downwards towards the west, where through the trees I can make out the thing of a lake. See patches of mounds and sand among the grass up here. Here the green forest growth has been cut away in a wide circle. There's a wooden picnic table just north of me. The forest growth has been cut out in a wide circle, and on the hardened dirt is a picnic table. It's old, wooden, and full of cracks. When I put my hands on it, my hands come up covered in sap and dirt and pine needles. A wasp zips around and disappears off to the north. To the south, I see a dirt trail. Sure, I'll follow the wasp. I see a wasp nest up in a tree. Oh, not a wasp nesting, a wasp nest. Alright. There's an old white beach carved all around with initials. On this side I see L, M, and MG. See the corner of a wide, winding dirt path to the south. South, a modest dirt path runs downhill past me. It widens out further west. Turning south. South of a berry bush seems to direct the path. Wait, what? A wide, well-kept dirt trail leads north and west. South, a big berry bush seems to direct the path in the shape of a long L. Okay, so this is here again. Modest path widens out to the west. Wait, no. Okay, so this is the extent of the path, is it? Okay. Here's the telephone pole. So, down here. Okay, so the church should be right here. Go around the back. Look at the garbage, take the coin. Why must holy places be dark places? I can't remember, damn it. I was trying to remember what the I thought maybe I'd be able to play the tune the piano plays to me when it mocked me or teased me in the library, and I'd be able to play it on the organ in there maybe. I don't know. Kind of just grasping with that. Got nothing solid. Oh, hold on, I got a bit too far. Door to the garage. Stack of pallets. Here we go. Pissing again. Look around the junk. Okay, so keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Recorder. I want it. What you got to trade? I have a pocket pistol. Show everything in pockets. He doesn't want it. What could he want? Damn. Yeah. So I think anything that has a purpose doesn't work. I mean, potentially, I think the rubber duck is a good shout. So, to the east we go. Don't mess with the can man. No bubbles. Yeah, don't touch the bubbles. Bubbles are bad news. Stay out of cabin. Yeah, there was a cabin somewhere and I only messed around with it. I haven't gone across the boardwalk yet either. Watch out for Humphrey. Stay out of Humphrey's cabin. A river starts here, the water pouring down mysteriously through the tree canopy, as if from the sky, splashing down in a clean little basin. It flows south through the dry wetlands and waterlogged soil. The river flows south through the dried up swamp. Oh, interesting. Northeast on a tall grey building with many windows. Revolving door. Okay, this is the office building. I'm going the wrong way. I'm doing a bloody weast again. Dirt path leads north and south, okay. South, it peters out here. Cracked road. Faceless brick building. To the far south I see a small neighborhood. Hold on. Okay, I know where I am. I just need to find the specific. Here's the cobblestone wall, black tunnel. There's that dumbass mailbox. It's around here somewhere. Here it is. Here, a lawnmower. Keep walking. Don't need to listen to you right now, Wolf. Thanks. Approach the mailbox. There goes the frog. Glass super prongs. Rubber duck. Tar. Now I gotta go west. I see a swing set to the north. The swings are perfectly still and silent. There's a big old tree beside the swing set. The tree is charred black like it was ravaged by a fire. Maybe it protected the swing set from the rain when it had leaves, but now it just looms. I go behind the swing. I give it a gentle push, letting it swing back and forth. You know what, sure. Sit in the swing set. Swing forward. I push forward and back comfortably. I push off the ground, swinging up into the air and back down. Halting momentum. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm gonna bin myself if I keep going harder with that. Maybe I can go over the top and end up in, like, another reality or some shit. Catapult yourself to space. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, alright? Admittedly. It's also kind of ominous how the audio just stops here. Hold on. Push the swing. Shove the swing. I shove the empty swing. Uh-oh. There was a scream. From the east? The mailbox. I think I got someone killed. Swing is a good time? That could mean anything coming from you. I see tire tracks in the mud here. Telephone line. Wait, runs to the west and south? Oh no, this just connects to the office building eventually, doesn't it? Let me double check this. Yeah, business might building. Okay, so to the west. We'll follow the phone line just off angle. There's the church. Narrow wooden boardwalk starts here, surrounded by clumps of bright leafed berry bushes. The boardwalk leads south. Climb the ladder. Alright, mate. I got something for you. Maybe, hopefully, please. Please, I'm desperate here. I want it. He doesn't want it. Ack! What could he want? He's not even giving me a clue of, like, what he would want to trade. Like, that's kind of annoying that he doesn't, like, even have some dialogue to say, oh yeah, so, like, stuff I'm after would be something like this, maybe? Like, just to, like, save me from coming back here every time I find a doohickey, you know? Arg. That's the thing. Let me just see what he has to say about this quickly. Looking to screw some bolts, are you? Calculator tenderizer. A lighter, pack of pens. Bucket, a tape measure. Bottle of detergent, a hose. Recorder, board game, clothes iron. Compass. I have a compass. He said does not want the pistol without bullets, so presumably pistol with bullets would do. Yeah. So you're a risk taker. Let's just see what he says to all of them. So you're one of them scientists. So you're a man who likes his meats. You like starting fires. So you fancy yourself an artist. Like cutting things. I'm wondering if something special might happen for one of them. So like containing things. Yeah, call me Stanley. So you like measuring things. Really? Is that the thing you want? I want it. What you got to trade? I have a pocket pistol. Fuck. For a moment I thought maybe he would just give me that. That stuff's pretty old. You like cleaning things. You like spraying things. Oh, that one's missing pieces. They look like wrinkles. Maybe he'll accept the random dice I keep finding. Maybe that's the purpose of the dice, to be able to get multiple items from him. Fuck, I try to remember where I heard him. You voice him like every response is an innuendo. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. Man seems to be judging me. Ugh. Water. You should drink it. Alright, let's go back to my previous plan then and go back around the train, or go around the highway to the west. Up to a cracked concrete curb. The trees come to a sudden dead end. Track stretches north and south alongside a grassy, hilly field to the east, across from which I see pale, bald cypresses protruding from a swampy marsh. Track turns here, leading north and east around a field. Yep. Okay, this is just the edge. A grassy, hilly plain to the north. I haven't wandered around that yet. To the north, see the bold cypresses protruding from the swampy marsh like bony fingers. To the south, the ground gets rockier. To the east is a sharp cliff. On the other side, I see a wide highway which cuts off. Cars are running straight off the edge. Here we go. I can sneak around the edge of the cliff by going around into the dusk here. Treeless rocky expanse. Okay, sidewalk. End suddenly here at a cliff to the west. North is the highway. The highway ends with cars continue running off. Okay, so we go east. Okay. Sidewalk runs east and west. The sidewalk turns with the road here, leading west and south. The sidewalk leads north and south along a highway to the east. Yeah, I'm on the dusk here. Potentially the sidewalk will keep me safe. Let's see what happens. Oh. The sidewalk turns with the road here, leading north and east. Oh, okay. It's full of hills and tilts and big crags, east and west. I think that little dip there was where I died earlier. So if I keep following this, I'm going to come to the tunnel mouth, aren't I? North is a highway emerging from a concrete tunnel. To the west is the beginning of a sidewalk. To the south, the trees come to sudden end. So yeah, I'm at the concrete tunnel. To the northwest is a highway emerging from a concrete tunnel. Wait. To the northwest. So if I go west... So if I can go north here, yeah? Northwest is a highway. To the west is a highway emerging from a big concrete tunnel. To the south. Again, it's doing this thing where... I can walk onto the tunnel from the bottom, but not the top, which is odd. A wide 6-lane highway. There's a black barred fence to the west, and within it I see lots of tall hedges. Well, I can't go south. This is the border of the mansion that's for sale. There's a gap in the fence. I'm walking around tall, perfectly trimmed hedges. The east is a black barred fence. A train track stretches from the east through a gap in the fence to the west. Okay, so this leads round back to the thing. Okay. The west is the side of a huge white mansion. I'm on a red brick road lined with mighty oaks extending south and north. A train track runs from the east to the west, running straight under the wall of the mansion. There's a basketball court here. North is the corner of a tall chain link fence guarding a basketball court. South is a black barred fence. Through it I can see an empty highway. There's a basketball court here. To the north I see the train track. Okay, so hold on, let's go west. Oh, yeah, west, rather. There we go. The back wall of the mansion to the south is a black barred fence. Through it I see an empty highway. Southwest corner of a black barred fence which surrounds the property. Around tall hedges, the west is the black barred fence. A train track runs to the west and east, and here it runs straight under the fence, so I can't follow it further west. A tiny thatched roof protects 3 big pens. It's closed and I can't see the horses, but I can hear them. Okay, there's the gate, so now we can go back to the west. A fat stump resides here at the top of the hill. I can stand on it and get a view over a black barred fence to the southeast. A white mansion domineers over its own private acre. To the west I see the start of a boardwalk. Well, hold on. Tangle of sharp thorns have taken over the fence here. Black barred fence, the east and south. So we go west. Until we can go south again. A train track runs from the east, straight under the fence, so I can't follow it any further. Okay, so let's go west and really make sure we know all of the train track. Oh god. To the south is a wide 6-lane highway turning away from me. The train track's just along the road, okay. Oh, hey, it's this. To the south there's a wide 6-lane highway. There's a small traffic island with some short grass and a lemon tree, where a boy stands with a dog on a leash. The boy hasn't taken another step since I first noticed him. His dog isn't moving either. It's just staring off into the distance. It's an old pug which barely fits its harness. Then notices the boy has been pulling stubbornly on the leash while the dog leans back against him, almost sitting. Every time the boy stops pulling, the dog stops leaning. I notice there's a vulture flying around. It flies beside me and lands up in a tree. The boy begins to slowly walk, pulling the leash. The fat pug makes small steps as it skids along the ground. They make it several feet before the boy stops again, exhausted. Staring at it, he slowly looks across the road away from me. The boy staring out across the highway away from me. He's been standing there for a long, long time. What happens next? Do they grow old there? Do they try to cross? Maybe throws the dog into the traffic. I just want a meal. That's what's in it for me. The vulture takes flight, circling around the traffic island again. Weird. To the south is a sharp cliff, southeast a highway ends suddenly, dropping off the cliff, and yet cars continuing to run off the edge. Very good. Okay, we've effectively mapped this area. Then. Okay, there's the barbed fence, okay. Yep, bubbles. Alright, let's follow the boardwalk and see what we get from that. Strange bubbles, strange consequences. The sign says, "Do not approach," and there's several circles drawn in various sizes. To the northeast is a flooded mangrove. Bubbles equals bad. Oh, here we go. The boardwalk weaves around the tall, gangly elms and bald cypresses of the dry swamp, stretching west and east. To the east, the boardwalk enters a flooded mangrove. Over the boardwalk, to the west, I see a sign. Avoid Humphrey's log cabin at all costs. Alright. Boardwalk enters a flooded area of the swamp filled with stringy mangroves. They all stand up on stilts of tangled roots over the deep water. West and south. The boardwalk weaves around the tall, gangly elms and cypresses of the dry swamp. The boardwalk enters a flooded area. Okay. Just stick on the boardwalk and see where it takes me. The boardwalk enters a dry swamp from east, winding left and right around a tall, gangly elms. One boardwalk begins here and leads to the west, surrounded by a line of ornamental cypress trees, like dark green leafy poles. I see a big stump to the east. Okay, and that's the mansion again. Okay, so let's follow the boardwalk, see where it takes me. Avoid Humphrey's cabin at all costs. Around the narrow boardwalk is murky green water. The boardwalk weaves around the tall gangly elms and bald cypresses stretching west and east. Turns here leading north. Around the narrow boardwalk is murky green water. The boardwalk weaves around the tall gangly elms and bald cypresses of the swamp, stretching north and south. I see bubbles to the west. Reflective pipe continues on straight from the east to the west, carried just above the water by thick support girders. It shoots straight over the boardwalk. I climb over the massive reflective pipe and step down on the boardwalk again. Boardwalk leads further north. Several boards are missing or half submerged in the water beneath. I see big words marked in a tree to the east. Watch out for Humphrey. As you do. The boardwalk leads south, north see a telephone line. Okay, that's the end of that. Okay, that didn't really take me anywhere interesting, never mind. No bubble. It's very adamant about me not touching the bubbles, but I wonder if there is something to it. Right, well, I'm gonna get back to the southeast because that's the only place I can think of where there's stuff I've not done yet. Probably death. Although actually, while I'm here, Oops. Oh, west and north. Eh, sure. Crow flies from the east. Cracked road. Dead end. House covered by a giant striped tarp. Oh, actually, while I'm here, I wanted to do this place again. Wait, what? Yeah, I wanted to try this place again. Yellow house with mossy shingles and old wooden siding. The dying yard is full of small, shallow holes. There's no doorbell, just a few crumpling steps leading up to a door. Step up to the white door, and there's a mail slot in it. Listen. It's locked. Reach through the mail slot. Just the knob, but it doesn't turn all the way. A cold hand clasps around mine. Mail thief! Let go, I'll leave. Okay, what do you want? Nothing. Well, clearly you want in. Love some company, sure. Excellent, right, we'll try and jump through this until we get to interesting things. Covered in junk, I sit down. Pizza boxes, he turns on the TV, nothing works. Watch the TV, colourful boxes. Whoa. I forgot about something. Now I have a visitor, I can finally show someone. Several trash cans around the small room, but they can't hold the enormous mess. The counter is lined with cleaning chemicals among food cans, empty cartons, and a juice pitcher coated with dust. He's sifting through the garbage, looking for something. Oh, there it is. It's just big enough to hold in the palm of your hands, it says. What is that? It's a hippo. I mean, just like the ones on the Animal Channel. He's right, it's a black shiny hippo. Where'd you find it? I dug it up out of the ground with my shovel. That's where I found all this stuff. Everything here, but this is better than digging up $1 million. You find all this in the dirt? I know it sounds crazy. It's like I'm like the luckiest man on earth. I can't explain it. Stuff just pops out of the dirt I'm digging down. I mean, if you tried it, you can get so much stuff. When did you start doing that? Let me think. Long ago I was digging a... Well, anyway. Then I found Butter. Butter, she saved me. Cutest ears and weaselly little snout, longest whiskers. He looks up with a smile, his eyes closed. Who's Butter? A white fox. I saw her big puffy white winter coat at the break of dawn, and she looked like a stick of butter. Of course, I had to give her a wash. She was covered in dirt and mud, because she'd been in the ground. How'd you feed him? He looks over his shoulder at the stacks of cans and cartons on the counter. That's no problem, and if I ever run out, I can just go digging again. Should we see if we can feed this fella? I wade through the garbage to the counter and grab a bag of chips, and I come back. I drop a chip in his hands. The hippo takes a big bite and crunches it up. What now? Well, let's set up Hippo's bed. And some water. Maybe I can find something for him to play with. Charlie trails off as he steps over the garbage and leaves the kitchen, holding the hippo. We move back through the living room and down a long hallway. The trash is piled up so deep back here that we're wading through it like mud. Now I think of it, I gotta set up a bed for this little guy and maybe some water. And something for him to play with. Some light seeps through the blinds of the window at the end of the hall. He stops at a door here, holding the hippo as it tries to climb out of his hand. Can you open that? My hands are full and I don't want to drop this fella. Sure. Twist the knob and push the door open as it scrapes over the carpet. It hits something halfway and stops. Charlie slips in through the crack in the door. It's dark in there. I slide my way in, standing beside him. The air's stuffy. In front of us is a wall of big barred cages on the floor, waist high, swallowing up the whole room. There's barely any space to stand. It's too dark to see the opposite wall, and the cages are covered with blankets. At least the floor is clean. Is Butter here? Butter. I think Butter's in the cage there by the door on the furthest left. After a moment of thinking, he kneels down, opens a cage, then puts the hippo inside and shuts it. That should be the right cage for you, buddy. You're Butter's neighbour now. Isn't that great? Look into the cages. I crouch down and look through the massive cages. Each one stretches back to the far end of the room, where it's too dark to see. Some cages are long, some are wide, interlocking and folding around each other. Their entrances all meet up at the front of the room. Can't even tell what door leads to what cage. He pushes past me and slides through the door. Where are you going? I hear him breathing heavily out in the hall. I slide out of the dark cage room. Now he stands outside the door, craning his neck back and looking up at the ceiling. Let's find a light. I gotta go to the bathroom, he says quickly. He steps down the hall towards the living room and disappears into another door. I'm standing in the hall alone now. Go back in the cage room. I slide through the crack in the door and stand in front of the enormous cages again, just as before. The air is stale. Look for the light switch. Feel along the wall for the switch, and I find it. Turn on the light. I flinch as the light switches on. I turn around and look. I can't see the hippo or butter. There are tiny holes through the wall of every cage where something gnawed at the bars. At the back of one of the cages there's a bed of white fur and bones. In another cage I see a small pink collar with the name Molly on it. But there is one thing alive. At the back of the room, and it's facing me. It's like a fat, bloated, cancerous lump with 2 yellow teeth. It's a hamster. An oversized hamster stained with blood, standing on its hind legs. It's certainly looking at me. There's nothing else alive in any of the cages. I might die doing this. Here we go. It leaps across the room at me, slamming into the wall of the cage and gnawing at the bars. It's making a hole. Do I keep watching? How about we turn the light off and leave the room? Sunlight shines from the end of the hall. Go to the bathroom door. Right, we didn't get to do this last time, so these options disappeared. I wade down the hall through the garbage and stop at the bathroom door. What's going on here? There's no answer. Are you in there? Try the door. It's not locked. The bathroom's a mess. Charlie isn't here. A dim light bulb hangs over the mirror. I can't see myself in it. The glass is covered in water spots and the sink is clogged. A trash can has fallen out of the lower cabinet and spilled on the ground. There's a massive hole in the wall besides the toilet. Oh, good. Hang on, I gotta test if I'm in the underside. Cold air flows in from the hole. It leads into some big dark room which seems like a different house connected to this one. But I saw the outside of the house and it wasn't connected to anything. How's this possible? Go through the hole. I bend down and step through the hole onto a creaky wood panel flooring. The air is cold and smells like ammonia. There's a door ahead which has been busted off its hinges. I step through the doorway. It's a carpeted hall that leads to the left, where the carpet is torn up with long gashes. The hall is lit by an old-fashioned lamp fixture on the wall across from me. I step down the hall to the left. I hear some kind of noise through an open doorway on the right wall. Go to the door. I step up to the doorway. That's a fucking hamster running around right now. It's a dark room, but the noise is not coming from in there. It's coming from above me. A hole broken into the ceiling leads up into darkness. Blood drips down. I run back through the hall, over the busted door, and back through the hole in the wall into the bathroom. I step back out in the trash-filled hallway. I return to the living room. Cheap green plastic shovel. Why can't I take the shovel? Bathroom door's already creaked open. Charlie isn't here. No. Step over the piles of mail and swing the door open. I run down the front steps, across the lawn, and back out to the street. I feel a chill. It's the wolf. What have you dug up? What does it mean? Everything is stolen, and nothing is spared from neglect. Huh. Still uncertain. Right, back to the cracked road. Hold on. I didn't actually clear the house inside the tarp, did I? I got fucking destroyed by a car and a beehive. Which is an interesting combination. I can't remember what happened with this, actually. So let's go back in. Let's give it a try again. Senext Co. pesticide fumigant container flammable. Use not permitted without a license. The meter is at 0. I enter through the large tear which seems like it was cut open by a person. Is the company told you not to mess with beehives? No. Because they earn profit. Alright, Morph. Besides, there was no beehive. The bees just were. The house is completely dark, but I can see the front door ahead, left ajar. I step in through the front door and peer inside. The front door is blocked by a hat stand and a couple stools. It's pitch dark in the house, but there's a light switch beside me. Turn on the light and push my way around the furniture, blocking the front door. There's a leather couch on a soft brown carpet. The back wall is filled with framed photos, paintings, and figurines. Ahead I see a doorway leading to the kitchen, and I see a hallway past the couch. There's a picture of a mother and a father holding a baby. On the shelf is a red model car, a frog, and a group of toy soldiers. Update for the late and lazy? Not much. I figured out how to get to the roof. Guy wants to trade. He's not interested in a coin or a rubber duck. He has a recorder, though. Wait. Gotta be quick, I have a plan. Could I steal something from the shop? And somehow avoid the security system? Terrifying hamster. Yeah, evil hamster. We went back and saw that. Charlie disappeared into a hole in the bathroom. And may have been destroyed by the Hamu. Other than that, nothing significant. Nothing major. I'm slightly worried I'm getting to the point where I'm exhausting my options and I'm going to start wandering around not sure what to do. We may be approaching that point. However, we still haven't seen anything about this hospital. We haven't seen anything about the circus. Not sure what else, actually. Anyway, there are 2 brown doors here on my left and right. Let's try the right door. We're still dim losing. We've done what we need to in dim lose so far. We opened the safe, found the contents. Yes. We sorted the safe. The code for it was inside the library after a very cool sequence. Open the door and take a step inside. The room's completely dark. There's a light switch to my side. Switch on the light. The room is empty. Tan carpet's been rolled up to the left of the room. It's barren. I go to the center of the room and look around. It's just barren. Door on the left. Room is dark, but I can see that the walls are painted bright blue with yellow stars. There's a light switch beside me. There's a closed closet in the left corner and a large dresser beside it on the same wall. Across the room a mobile hangs from the ceiling with colourful animals and rocket ships, but there's no crib beneath it. It's a tall dresser with 3 big drawers. Pile of folded blue pajamas and a crumpled note. Dear, I know you're not a fool or a coward. I can't convince you to run, but I can't keep closing my eyes in this house. All I can do is leave and hope you'll follow, because this house isn't what it was. It's been replaced. I know it for certain. All you have to do is listen at night. The walls are only thing left. Bottom of the note's been torn off. Just to point off, yes, I have gone through all of this before. Skeleton viewers. Excuse me? Those things are called mobiles. Yeah. So yeah, I've read all these before, but hey, I can't exactly just graze through the text, because otherwise, you know, it's not really much of a stream of the game. And I need to revisit the places and refresh my brain anyway. My brain isn't working a lot right now, and I didn't plan on streaming for too long today, so I will probably... Hang on, how long have I been going currently? Only an hour and a half. It's almost 9, geez. I'll try a couple more things and call it, because if my brain isn't, like, properly going, I'm probably gonna end up sort of dragging my feet slightly, so to speak. I'm intrigued, but I'm starting to run out of leads, basically, so I'm starting to worry about trudging through bits I've done before and such, but anyway. Close the drawer, middle drawer. Nothing but a red spool of thread. A single red string leads further back into the drawer. The drawer falls out. There's a hole in the wall behind the dresser. Oh, I thought it was the other one. Done gaming at the tower. Not yet. I'll go give that a shot in a minute. Push the dresser aside. Hold on, not done with that dresser. Pile of tiny socks and a children's book. A magical wardrobe that leads to a secret world. Tiny shirts and coats hung up on the racks. I think I can hear something behind them in the back of the closet. Push the clothes out of the way and see a crack in the wall at the back of the closet. Can't see anything through the crack, it's dark. Oops. I lower my head and step in through the hole. The space in the wall is quite large. It's about 5 feet to the other side, but there's so many wooden beams that it's hard to move around and I can barely see. Cobwebs have taken over every corner. It smells like mold. To east there's a hole in the wall, letting in the light from the baby room. To the west I see some kind of rectangular shape. South is a mess of cobwebs and wooden beams leading further into the darkness. The rectangular shape is the baby's crib. Flipped halfway onto its side, covered in a thick mass of webs. A scrap of paper tangled up in them, with writing on it. Oops, no. No, fucking... Brain is getting very muddled. Dear, sometimes you have to leave the place that used to keep you safe. I know it sounds impossible. Metal pipe protrudes from the floorboards and into the wall to the west. Webs cover the floor and hang from the ceiling, almost impossible to avoid. The only way further in is to crawl underneath the pipe. Use my shoe to clear out as much of the webs as I can, and then I get down and crawl under the pipe. Crooked nails stick out from the floor and down from the beams jutting over my head. I can barely see. To the west, there's something round. To the south must be the far wall, but it's too dark to see. Hello, Grim Warrior. Welcome in. Hairy brown and yellow sack the size of a bowling ball stuck to the wall by a thick mass of webs. Parts of it are bulging outward. It's a spider. It's a spider sack, right? Fuck it, I need to try things. Touch it. Poke it. Yeah, press my finger into the egg sac. I can feel small things writhing under the surface. How about we don't? Oh shit. The egg sac rips off from the wall and falls down to the floor, making a thud. Tiny legs quickly scatter out across the floor in every direction, spreading towards my shoes. Let's get out. Let them be. I jump back. In moments, the tiny spiders disappear into the cracks and holes in the floorboards, and the walls, as if they were never there. Yeah, don't kill spiders. Crooked nails stick out. There's a deflated egg sac on the floor. To the south must be the far wall, but it's too dark to see what's over there. The cobwebs seem to grow larger and more numerous. Finally reach the south wall. To the east I see a crack in the wall. To the west is the dark corner covered in webs. There's a key on the ground here. Tar. Oh yes, the basement of Buzzing and Faceless Man. No, not Faceless Man. Man full of the Trypophobia Man, who caused very uncomfortable music to play. Look through the crack. I see the baby room. See, that's also odd because we heard noises through the crack, and now there's nothing in here. So, you know. Taking a few steps west, I stop when I hear something shifting, and the shapes in the corner seem to swim around in the darkness. This feels like the game warning me, but I'm kind of stress testing right now. Keep going. Ow. Oh god, it's not ending! Fucking spider! I wake up tangled in webs in the far corner of the room. Hanging around me in the webs, I see bits of flesh and bones. The spider's crawling back to me. It's massive. I clicked end, though. Zekas, do not do this to me. Struggle. Oh. I'm already half alive. It tortuously sucks out anything else from me that remains until all that's left is pale and shrunken body. Yep. Spiders doing spider things. Fair enough. Fuck. Must have been an old world. Okay, so what else can I do here? What else can I do? Where's my list of bullshit? Rooftop access, I figured out. Southeast seems a little bit barren, but hey. I'd find that chest with the note again. In fact, yes, let's do that. It was somewhere northwest, kind of close to the start, I think. That's the chasm, yeah. Oh good, I'm at the finger garden already. Now how about no? It's a wooden shed. There's a door here. To the south is a murky lake. It's locked. Hello? Hello? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Alright, fine. Be that way. South is a rickety wooden dock running out into the centre of the murky lake. There's a tin bucket at the end of the dock. The west is a small wooden shed. I appear to be on the dock. There's a bucket. I see something shiny inside. I take the lake shed key. I hear bubbles in the water to the west. How about we don't? Oh god! I hear something emerging from the water. I look back. It's a decrepit antique diving suit covered in barnacles and rust. It climbs onto the dock and faces towards me, standing to the south. I don't see anyone inside. What do you want? The rusty diving suit takes 2 steps down the dock closer to me. It's making weird noises. It doesn't move, it's just standing there. I'm having a standoff. Back away slowly. Diving suit doesn't come any closer. Stare at it. It doesn't move, it's just standing there. I leave the dock. The diving suit is still standing there. So west is a small wooden shed. Okay. Reasonable enough. Oh, I push open the door. There's a gigantic machine and cords running all over the floor and a man. His back is turned towards me. He notices the light and covers his face. Ah, no, please, just give me more time. What are you talking about? The device. You aren't here to wreck me? Please, close the door and lock it. Alright. I close the door behind me and lock it. The 2 of us are alone in the shed. The man goes back to fumbling with his big machine. It looks like a giant black fridge covered in knobs and dials with big pipes and wheels like a steam engine. There's also an open panel with cords dangling out. It looms over him. Knobs and dials with big pipes and wheels like a steam engine. What's your name? He jumps at my words as if he already forgot I was there. I'm Win, he says. What are you doing? My machine isn't working. What does it do? Keeps me alive, that's what it does. Why? He turns around and looks at me, to the door. They'll come take me. They can't find out it's useless or they'll take me. Who are they? Everyone! Where will they take you? They'll take me deep into Dimloos. Why would they do that? They mean well. They don't want to hurt me, but I know I'll end up in Dimloos, Win says hopelessly. Every time I stray from the machine, it's like there's nowhere else to go. I can help. Uh-oh. Can you stay here? He says. Just for a little while longer. Then there's a pounding at the door, and Win whimpers. Hold the door. I hold the door as best I can. Sounds like there are multiple people outside. He turns back to the machine as if to return to work, but his hands are down by his sides. As the door keeps rattling, he finally slides down to the floor. It's hopeless. Endless wandering. Endless wandering. I'll come find you. door busts open, sending me across the room. I land on the floor. A dark, cold mist floods in through the door, filling the shed and making me shiver. Then just as quickly, the mist fades away. The man is gone. There's no one else here. It's quiet. He's been taken to the entity's realm of Dead by Daylight. Truly a miserable fate. Oh, fucking hell. A fire bursts out of the machine and streaks out through the window like a firework. Bright embers glide down to the floor where it was. I step out of the shed. A blinding light reflects off the lake, and something soars above it. I hear it call like a hawk, leaves a trail of embers that fizzle out on the water. Then it zooms between the trees at the south side, leaving behind a path of fire which remains. Alright, well that happened. The machine's gone. Oh, I see. It wasn't a firework. It didn't launch something. The machine just took off. South across the lake, I see a burnt path leading somewhere through the tree line. Why can't I go south? No, not on the... Wait, is the diving man not here? No, diving suit man left. West end is a small wooden shed. So there's the shed. Go elsewhere. Go west. There goes the diving man. Did I hear something? What? Hold on. I've confused myself. To the east is a murky lake. I see a dock at the north side. So I'm going to come here and go east. The grass is scorched in a path leading from the water's edge to the southeast. The grass is scorched in a path leading to the east. What? Where's the fucking scorch? The grass is scorched in a path leading from the water's edge to the southeast. So I go south and east. Scorched in a path leading to the east. Leading to the southeast. To the south. Okay, so it kind of bounced, I guess. Southeast. To the east again. To the east again. To the south. It's a narrow asphalt road leading east and west. Wait, what? Hold on. Grass is scorched in a path leading to the south. Ugh, excuse me. Okay. Maybe I can talk to the guy at the entry then? About getting in here? Factory gate. I can't do anything with the factory gate. Wait a minute. A big reflective pipe runs just above the muddy ground carried by bulky supporting girders, stretching east and west. To the east, the pipe raises up into the air over a tall chain link fence and enters the back of the big factory building. Rusty pipe runs across the muddy ground to the west and east. It gets to a chain link fence to the east and runs down under the ground, popping up on the other side, where I see a massive metallic complex. To the south is a barbed thing. Oh, potentially that patch then, because I could sort of walk through the fence before, remember? Okay, so potentially my machine has gone inside this location, but I'm not sure what to do about it. Since for some reason, my guy just ignores the gateway the gateway to it. Uncertain. However, I have an idea. Boardwalk. Okay, so now we take the boardwalk to the south, yeah? A reflective pipe continues on straight from the east and west, carried just above the water by thick support girders. It shoots straight over the boardwalk. Part of the river splits off and runs south, where I see a deep flooded mangrove. To the east, the pipe races up into the air over a tall chain link fence and enters the back of the big factory building. I was kind of hoping I could be on top of the pipe. A rusty pipe runs across the muddy ground to the west and east. It goes into a chain link fence, popping up out of the side, where I see a massive metallic complex. So, potentially I can use the rusty pipe also. Bursts out green liquid into the river at random intervals. Okay, so I can't use that to get in either. Might be an opening to the pipe somewhere. Yeah, I'll check the shiny pipe again then. I'll follow the shiny one proper. In parallel with the river. I think I misunderstand what a swamp looks like. I always thought a swamp was mostly water covered. I suppose that's more of a bayou, isn't it? Okay, so we're at the boardwalk. A reflective pipe continues on straight from the east to the west, carried just above the water by thick support girders. I see bubbles to the south. I'm trudging through knee-high murky water, east to the west. Here the pipe bends down into the water and seems to suck water in as it gurgles from underneath. I'm trudging through knee-deep murky water. There's an elm tree here that's been bent sideways like a slouching man. Okay, so this hasn't led anywhere either. I could say hello to the bubbles. I don't have anything. We could say hello to the bubbles, see what happens. Just to cross it off the list, you know? No, wait, what am I talking about? No, we've got the machine. But I can't get to the fucking machine. What do I do? Rooftop Man wasn't even selling, like, fence cutters or anything. Unless scissors work out. Honestly, anything could work in the playground of ideas. Oh, the Craggy Maze is here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh shit, hang on. Let me just consult my map quickly. Hey, there's the dice. That's what I was looking for. Alright, to him. Right. I'll see if the guy likes the dice, because if he does like the dice, then that will confirm that the dice are for trading. He may be a dice collector. So I don't know what to do about this now. I mean, hang on. Let me make a note in my Dark Place survival guide. There we go. Just making note of the fact that I set that off, and I don't know what to do concerning the factory. Like, I've run around the whole perimeter, I've tried following the leads I have from it, I don't know what to do with the factory. The two pipes are water outtake and intake, and there's nothing I can really do about them. Unless somehow I have to use the, Unless somehow I have to use the underground to get into there. So now there's two things I want to do here. I want to stop by the supermarket, just to check in with the trader there. And then I want to do a run through Dimlu's, and I wonder if that guy will show up somehow. Here's the picnic table. This is a different lake that I need to have a look at. Here's the edge of the swamp where it merges with the lake. The supermarket should be right here next to the lake. Here's the south building. I died. I got eaten by a spider, didn't I? Right, I gotta go fuck around with the bloody baboon again. Yeah, hey, well, how you doing? I don't have money. Who needs money? You see something to trade. What do you want? Could use something to toast my bread. Oh, I got that. Well, I could use a... Oh, I got that. I'm sure you got something that I don't. You are the most unhelpful bastard. Fucking who, nanny? Yeah, sure. Alright, fish. I like the pause. Alright, everyone, it's baboon speedrun time. Prepare your ears. I knew you'd have something to say about it, Ard. Alright, open the door. Try the keypad. 6353. Go inside. Go left. That's the cold room. Go back. Go to the right. Open the door. Sup, motherfucker? Go to the counter. Oh yeah, there's dice in here too. Look in the box. Turn the box upside down. Dice. Score. Say hello to the man. How you doing? I don't think you managed, are you? What do you want? I want your key. Anything useful in here? No, there isn't. There's a boon out there. What am I supposed to do about it? It's dangerous. Dude, whatever. Like, it doesn't affect me. Just close the door. Son of a bitch. Did you hear that? What is it? Why do you care? I don't know, it's just a monkey. What? Wasn't hired to deal with that. Can't do anything about it, I'm busy. He squints as he leans to the TV, which is cycling through the menu options. Open his locker. Take his key. Are you serious? Yes. Think or not. Do you know where it goes? To a door. Can I borrow it? Yeah, right. Run to the door. Fuck you. And with this, I decree that you fucking die, sir. That is a very permanent sound. I get up and leave. Close the door, so then I have the time to be able to vamoose the premises. I wonder if you can hide in the janitor's closet. However, this is a permanent solution to baboon fuckery, so we will stick with what we know. The Oog approaches. Go around the slippery floor. It arrives. We keep running, because throwing the kiosk does nothing. Run to the doors. Keep running. Ow, I run into the glass. I look back. I roll for dodge. Critical success. Goodbye. I'm sorry I'm speed reading through this. We did go through this just earlier in the same stream. If it wasn't the same stream, maybe I would read it again. I'm not sure what to do about, like, text sections that we've done before, because otherwise it's, like, not going to be terribly engaging for people viewing, but at the same time, it is stuff that we've done. If it's interesting text, I guess I'll do it again. Anyway, go back inside. That wasn't a customer. What? It was a baboon. Oh, good. Sure. I'll do the fucking monkey dance with the other baboon later. Figure out how to win. Okay, so go west. Oh, hey, Wolf. What's our job? Where's management? Doesn't exist. The wolf grins with its teeth, and for some reason my blood runs cold. Yes, you're right. We are alone. That's so easy. Now all questions are answered. We solved it. Alright. So apparently there's a management to the dark place, or something like that. Because the wolf does dishonest truths, after all. He's a real pal like that. Try the lock, with cover, climb the ladder. Yo, mate, I got some fucking dice for you. How'd you get all this? Snuck it from the trucks. They're always loading here. Look at the man. See anything you like? He says. He's short with disheveled long hair. Climb back down. Okay, look for all the stuff. Okay. Right, so keep walking, keep walking. I want this recorder. I want it. What you got to trade? A pocket pistol. Done those. He doesn't want dice! What kind of creature are you? Fuck's sake. Okay, so he doesn't want dice. He doesn't want a coin. Maybe he'll take a puppy. Maybe we have to go and deal with that fiasco. I need to... I mean, I want to... Do I want to do a run through Dimloos? I feel like the guy is just gone. I feel like Wes is just gone. Because he's been sent to Dimloos, so, you know. There's a lot of fascination with Dimloos in this place. I guess it is, like, the place that you can ultimately go if you just want to give up. Delivering the puppy to the Red Doll Girl. Oh, you mean the Clockwork Doll inside the kids' room? No. Which could be something. For the most part, items have just been used in the location that they're from. The only exception to that is the components for the dragon and the rubber duck so far. Which is suspicious. Like, the rubber duck is a true mystery. Okay, there was something I was going to do. Oh, it's just only because I think I remember her mentioning something about a dog. I better recall what she did, honestly. I mean, hey, the puppy's the only lead we've got right now, right? So let's give it a try. Why not? I'm going west. This is not east. That's kind of... What? Oh, it's kind of like the opposite of what it is. Oh, the lake runs across the next to the train track. Interesting. If I run into the station event up here again... The rundown mansion. Yeah, that's where it is. If I run into this event again, then I'll be alright, because I can try the other options. Oh! There's a man walking down the track. He's skinny, wearing a brown striped suit and round glasses. Hey, it's this guy again. Hello. Why, hello! He stops, looking up at me, and adjusts his glasses. Once again, asking if you played games on the computer. I have not yet. I will go over there. Now I think about it, this game has included a not insignificant number of dogs. Yeah, there's the wolf, there's the dog that was in the origami house. That bolted off into the forest and never saw it again before I perished. Where are you going? Well, I was going to see what's to the south of here, but I'm aching for a place to rest my legs. Have I seen a quaint seat anywhere? No. Ah, that's fine, I'll manage. He looks back down his map and keeps walking south down the track. The road crossing dog, yeah. So, I wonder if I can point him towards the chair in the clearing, which would be to the east. And I would just find his body there, like, stuck on the chair, and I'd be able to take something from him. It's the only idea I've got for that guy. Clearly, directing him to a seat is the way to deal with him, considering he just leaves after you do that option. So that must be something. You monster. Look, man. There are no monsters in the dark place, alright? Large fence. Blocks my path to the south. Oh, this is the mansion. Here it is. Hop the gate. To the front porch. To the window. Try to open the window. In I go. Get me in there. I do just want to remind myself what exactly happens here. Give me a second. Go to the living room. Go to the dining room. Huge dining table set up for a banquet full of delicious food laid out over a nice ornamental cover, but there's a horrible stench that makes me want to retch. Beautiful pottery lines the shelves of the walls, and a marble statue of a man in the far corner. Statue of a muscular man staring at the dining table with a fierce look. There's all kinds of food on the table. I see a big turkey, fruit salad, mashed potatoes, various candies and puddings. Amidst it all, I see a shiny golden key. The key is strangely shiny, almost like it's never been touched. I don't see a single mark or smudge of fingerprints. I decide not to. Okay, something about looking under the table could screw me over as well. Should I pull up the drapery and look underneath? No. I decide against it. As long as I don't see anything, there's nothing there. Go to the living room. So, this also makes me suspicious. So I go in the kitchen. Kitchen from the 70s. To the west, a door leads out to the back porch. To the east, through an open door, I can see into the pantry. Many ingredients and silverware line the shelves. The food at the front of the shelves is okay, but at the back, the shelves, everything looks moldy and rancid. I see a note taped to the can of chili beans. Put in the note here because you never see it, even when it's on the front door. But I know how much you gorge yourself on these beans. We all know the old dog is getting fat, and we all know it's because you feed him under the table, but you won't admit it. Well, you have to stop because he's lying there screaming. It looks like he's going to burst, and he won't leave the table. Oh. Oh, fuck. The door slams behind me. It's pitch dark in the pantry. Try to twist the knob. It's like it's being held from the other side. Who is that? Finally managed to get the door open. I don't see anyone. Alright, fine, be that way. Wait, does it do it again? Oh, no. Interesting. Back to the living room. To the foyer. To the north foyer. Go upstairs. Wait, no, go back downstairs. There's a door here somewhere. South foyer. South door. I step up to the door. Fuck you. I swing open the door. It's an empty parlor. I look in, but I don't see anything. The piano teases me. Oh, upstairs. Right. To the left? Yeah, past the left. Go to the bathroom. Open the cupboard. Take the gloves. Very good. Go back. Back to the stairs. Okay, so the drama toy is now there, so give me a second. Go into the children's room. So let's wind up the girl and see what she says again. The girl isn't real. Her skin is made of plastic. There's a big mechanical wind-up key attached to her back. Twist the wind-up mechanism. She twitches into motion. I like toys. The drummer toy... I like toys. The drummer toy told me, take the whole box. So I took the box and played with them all. But it's dark in here now. Where is the puppy I want? Yes, good shout. Alright, yeah, we'll give it a try then. Alright, look at the toys. Open the closet. Just to make sure. Okay, back into the hallway. Downstairs. You better be ready. Explodes into a giant slithering cobweb of toothed gear wheels and sharp nails and screws. I stumble fuck. Like I'm running in slow motion. Children's room. Hide in the closet. Potentially. I mean, it would make sense, and it's in the same location, so we'll give it a try. But then, also, the information that we got from the safe in Dimloos says there are 2 owners to the puppy. And then it mentioned something about the rooftop. The door is busted off its hinges. It seems safe. Go to the south foyer. Go to the living room. Go to the dining room. Go to the dining table. Take the key. Go back. So put the puppy to the either owner. I wonder how things diverge. Yeah. Also, the note said about the dog being fed under the table. So, and I have a prompt to look under the table, so I might give that a try in a minute. Foyer. Actually, before that. Stupid piano. Wait, not living room. Foyer. North foyer. Upstairs. To the right. Open the door. Climb the ladder. Go to the dresser. Search the drawers. Read the letters. See knowledge in the brick library north of Central Chasm. Summon the lucky spirit for guidance. Huh. Unless the lucky spirit is the unfortunate man that told me how to deal with the library. Right, box marking dots. How you doing? Take the puppy. Back downstairs, into the children's room. I can't do anything in the children's room anymore. It just gives me doors busted off its hinges. So now, do I want to look under the table just to see what happens, or... Because just to point out, there's information about this place that comes from the office building as well, and it says about, you won't tell me what's under the table. Maybe we need to come here, puppy already in hand. Unless there's another place to escape from the Clockwork Gribbler, which I don't think there is, we can't. Is there a reason not to look? The game is kind of doing that thing where it's making a, are you sure you want to do this? So it makes me suspicious there's death. Also, the two people talking about it in notes over at the office building being like, one guy is like, I'm not telling you what I saw under the table. Or something like that, so I don't know. Death is learning, but death is also a reset of inventory. Where we can test if the puppy works at the trader, which I doubt. But at the same time, I don't know what the trader would want, honestly. And it's a pain in the ass to like run around, but we'll try it quickly. Oh shit, there's the swamp. So I'm gonna go west. Flies from the north. Oh, that's the crow. The crow's trying to guide me to the mansion again. Crows seem to point you in the direction of something that's important, so it's always worth checking. The supermarket isn't too far away from the place either, so potentially there's something to this. Let's give it a try. Let's have a look. Up at the top. Alright, mate. She's got to trade. I have a puppy. I reveal the puppy from under my coat. His eyes widen and he coughs and sputters. For me? You wouldn't trade that. Give him the puppy. I hand over the puppy, and he sniffles and cradles it in his arms. I've always wanted a little friend. He plays with the puppy on the floor while I walk away. Right, I've got a recorder. Potentially there's something else of his that I could use for something else, but the recorder is the main thing we have right now. Found a lovely chair, by the way. Great experience. Really makes you feel one with nature. Yeah, I know that chair. Yeah, relevant to the roof, because it's the information I got from the Dimloos safe, right? So it had to be. Okay, we have a recorder. What's the quickest way to get to where I want to go? I guess I'll go around Dimloos rather than through it. Here we go. To the north. Oh, there's a lake in the way. What did we want this for? There's a man who was walking through Dimloos who said, bring me a recorder. If I randomly step on a fucking landmine on the way there, I'm going to be extremely pissed. I'm ruffled that the recorder is a recording device and not an instrument. He did say you like recording what people say, so I'm pretty sure we are doing a tape recorder right now. Okay, now pay attention. A still dark shadow stretches from the east to the west. Okay, so I know where that is. It's definitely a tape recorder. Yeah, yeah. It's quiet here. Okay, we're getting close to Dimloos. East. Pair of dice in the grass. Pair of rough wooden dice. Sweet. More dice. Oh, shit. Okay. Wait. Wait a minute. West. It's quiet here. The north is a train track. Here it is. Okay, cool. Right, so to the east. The train track runs in a straight line across dusk from the far east to the west. Far to the west I see a dark and pale forest of trees, mostly aligned on a perfect grid. Right, somewhere along here I ran into a man who said that he'd help me out if I had a recorder for him. Crowds of people moving slowly towards the horizon. Come on, where are you? Come on, where are you? Here we go. There's a man walking slowly across the track towards the east. It's a middle-aged man with a rigid square jaw and black hair, wearing a stark brown cotton jacket. He nods to acknowledge me. He looks like he's walking briskly, but he's in super slow motion, even slower than me. Where are you going? Looking for the train. Have any advice? You can get around a lot quicker than that. I'm going as fast as I can. Got a tape recorder? Yes. Huh. No way to tell. Then he keeps walking. What the fuck? What the fuck? I've been scammed. I've been scammed. A random piece of junk. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, don't tell me. Don't tell me that there is one item from the trader that you specifically need, and the guy who's asking for a tape recorder wants a specific one from somewhere else entirely? And Zika's managed to make a tape recorder one of the thingamajigs in the pile of junk? Coincidentally? By accident? That's what I'm guessing right now. I hope not. A random piece of junk. Let me check that prophecy again. Two different owners the puppy could have. The rooftop man prays and the claw machine sways. Follow the track and find a way. Was it a piece of junk before this interaction, or did it become one because our perception changed? Maybe I didn't check the inventory beforehand. Oh my god. Rooftop man prays and the claw machine sways. I don't know anything about a claw machine, so that's potentially where else you could use the puppy, I guess. Then follow the track and find a way, which I think is pointing to this guy. Time to get eaten by a table log, yeah, I guess. I do want to check one thing, though. I want to check if I go back to him, I can trade my random piece of junk for something else, maybe? Until I find the actual item that I need? No way to tell. Fuck off, game. So it got a tape recorder. I have a fucking recorder. May have new dialogue about this. Well, I'm guessing that he will let me trade my item for something else of his. As a kind of, hey, you don't need everything here, you just need one item from it, but you have to figure out what one. Maybe the tape recorder needs a player. The fact it's called a random piece of junk in my inventory leads me to believe otherwise. Okay, we arrive. There's a perfectly round hole in a tree. It can go fuck itself right now. I skirt the borders of Dimloos like a champion. Weird, I can't go west here for some reason. Odd. Yeah, exactly. Punch it in the dick. That line could mean some things. Maybe the tape recorder needs a player. He said nothing to tell then, and then he just left. I guess maybe. What kind of tape recorder doesn't have a player on it, though? 10-foot tall grey cement block wall blocks my path to the west. Oh, it's the barred window. Hey, look at this. There's, like, just a giant prison cell with nothing in it for some reason. There's a tiny dirt-covered blue lamp on an old mossy picnic table. It's turned off, but it looks like it's plugged in, and its cord extends into a small hole in the dirt beneath the table. Sure. Switch it on. Wait a minute. The other thing that was in that room in the chasm was also a lamp that could turn off or on. That was the case, this time the man gave you a hint rather than the default failure line, and then wasn't interactable with again. Yeah. Dirt path. Bear with me a second, I need to get some bearing here. Statue. Okay, perfect, perfect. This will be helpful for me later on when I'm doing my map. That's perfect. Where the fuck was the fern on the bench? I'll sort that later. Okay, we take the train track. Here it's surrounded by gravel. I stay on the side of the train track because it's slightly quicker on the text. Field. Does thou see a strange line of short trees dotting the field? A train track runs along... A short line of trees dots the field to the east, halting at a train track to the east. Halting here at the dark gangly edges of the swamp. Curious. Tree line here. Bumpy hills surround me like wrinkles in a big blanket, riddled with nettles and shrubs. And there's the southern train track. Okay, I've gone too far. What was that to the east? Damp grass dips down below a rock ridge. North leads further uphill. Shiny wet rocks stick out of the damp grass. Okay, it's just a field, like, south of the supermarket. Wide modern building looms over me. Check the rest of the area around here as well. So lots of wide glistening lake. Oh, I've gone a bit too far. Whoops. Oops, wrong way. Up the ladder. When I get to the rooftop, I see the man throwing a grill scrubber to play fetch with his dog. No, that's it. As I leave, he says, "You'll find something good to trade, I know it." Okay, I don't know if I've busted this run or not, but I seem to be at a bit of an impasse, which is unfortunate. Follow the track and find a way. The rooftop man prays and the claw machine sways. Follow the track and find a way. Sometimes practical advice sounds like a riddle, but it's not, I swear. Damn it, I don't like that I've followed this hint, but I've hit a dead end. Whoops. So I'm trying to think about the other items that are in there. Hang on, what other items do you have? Screwdriver, calculator, tenderizer, lighter, pack of pens, pair of scissors, bucket, tape measure, spork, bag of candy, bottle of detergent, hose, recorder, board game, clothes iron, stapler, compass, box of bandages. Heart attack? What happened to you? Hmm. You hit your mic with something. Oh, sorry. I was twirling a chopstick in my hand while I was thinking and I dropped it. Really? That is what got you? I bumped the mic so many times in the past, but no one bats an eyelid. Alright, I am at a slight loss. And I am a little bit mentally fatigued to properly think too much more right now. So I think I may just call this we made a couple connections, and that will just do it. I will quickly... It's a real process to get back here, actually. The long draw of the game may be starting to show its teeth. We'll have to see. Like, what would a random piece of junk do? Because like, by that definition, I could have possibly taken anything from there. There must be a item in that collection that is something that you need to properly do. But no, my brain is a little bit frazzled, I think, so I will actually... Most sinister menu return, thanks game. Not sure what I did to a menu return. Oh yes, hello, past me. To provoke such ire. But yeah, sorry, I'm not really sure what else to do, and I can't really think right now about what to do, so I'm gonna leave it at that for the time being. I might let the game simmer for a little bit and come back to it when I'm a little bit more refreshed. I'm going to go through my notes, I'm going to go through my map, draw out as much as I can to get an idea of places that I could go. Try and draw up some conclusions and potential hypotheses that need testing, because otherwise I'm kind of just wandering in the dark, funnily enough. And it's probably not going to be an ideal viewing thing either, particularly since everything's text, so I have to read out. I'm really bummed that the guy on the railroad didn't do anything, though, when I did what he asked me to. I'm really kind of annoyed about that, and I don't know what I did wrong. The game does such a good job at telling me and making it clear if I've done correct connections or not, so I feel like... I don't know, man. Something doesn't seem right about that. Or I might be missing the dim loos for the trees, maybe. We still don't know if it was even a fail state. Yeah, that's what I mean. We might be overthinking it and potentially something else. I don't know. But then what he said was completely unhelpful as well, so I don't know. I mean, I can continue to follow the railroad and see if something else happens. But he's the only clear connection that I can make currently, considering he asked for something that the trader wanted. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to think if I've come across a computer or something that has, like, a tape player or something. But it's weird that it just says a random piece of junk, which leads me to believe that it's either A, it doesn't matter what you take from the trader, or B, I took the wrong item. So I don't know. I'll just have to think about it. But right now, not for me. Brain is kind of on fumes at the moment, and nah, I'm not gonna do another stream at this point. May hang about, but nah, nothing like that. And there's nothing too much going on for raiding at the moment. Check inventory when you get it, yeah. I mean, I've got the save currently there after the puppy trade, so we'll try something else and see if it, like, perseveres. I have a feeling maybe not. I don't know. But, yeah, just unsure. Because, like, typically when you do an exchange, it gives you some sort of information, so you have a permanent level of progression, aside from losing items and stuff. The item lossage has never been consequential so far, but maybe it's just been fortunate in all the events I've been finding. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for coming along. Hope you still enjoy the readings and the bango as he wanders in the dark. And, yeah, just till next time. Cheers. Cheers. Bleh. Brain. Holy crap, I need a bed. Alright, thanks for coming along. Till next time. Bye.